we need to get our chat. Like, how do we chat with people? Maybe I can use my directing YouTube channel for chatting. Okay, so let's first open up. This is our Kickstarter. Let's go on Facebook. We're going to X. We just shared on X that we are live, so we want to make sure everything is connected. This is our Etianverse Studios page on. Let me see. So you copy that. I'm gonna copy this. Then if you go on our Facebook. By the way, for my, English friends, UK, you know how the weather is, so I've gotta stay warm. So I've got my cup of tea. But I need to post everywhere that I'm live. Just get a lot of people in. I need to get YouTube downloaded here. Download YouTube. Okay. We can put it here. Then let's capture our live link. Where is it? It should be here. So we're gonna have to get rid of this. It's the one we're after. Right, so copy and paste this. We're live. I don't know why my laptop makes a lot of noise. I need to get a microphone for this. So we put it on Facebook. I'm gonna put it on my personal Facebook. I'm gonna share it everywhere. All these groups: Etianverse fandom, Black Comics, animators. This is still closed. I'm looking for like open groups. No, something that has to do with comic books, so people who will be interested in what I'm talking about. Let me see. Indie comics. No. So many. Okay, that will work. Okay, right. So that's live. That's off. Now let's. Everybody likes to hide the analytics, but not me. I went live for the first time and then I made a mistake and then I went live again because the title was wrong. It was from the previous live stream that I did, so I've got to go there and delete it. Hey guys, this is me. I'm not a pro at YouTube like some of the YouTubers who killing it, right? So we are deleting the previous one that we used, and then we are going to my directing. Okay, that's us live now. If you refresh the page, it should show one live, and I'm right. Booyah. Now we need to find out who is watching us. So I've got YouTube channel here open. I'm gonna log in, so who's watching us, and then we start off at our Kickstarter before we go live. We go live at midnight, so I'll hit live, go live with you. Let's try signing in with a different account. Etienne, yes. Now we're live. Okay, so my YouTube channel I am live. Okay, I can chat to people. Okay. Let's see if we can we pin this question. I think so. See me trying to figure out how YouTube works, right? So don't want to hear myself. Let's see. This can we pin this? Pin message. Okay, here you go. Terra Squad 2 is coming out. So we're gonna start with this little video with some music from Transformers, but I'm not sure copyright, so I had to mute it. So this shows some of the original art pieces that Clark did for me when we're starting out Terra Squad 1, and I just recently put up a reel showing it, and people seem to be loving some really original artwork. I'm pretty excited to be on this journey. I mean, this is Terra Squad 1 that's got about 3 covers, cover A, cover B, and cover C. Cover A and C were drawn by Clark Pin. Those are the original pieces. So this and these two combine to create a wraparound cover. And then on the other side, you will see cover A. And then the other cover was drawn by Ben Wilsonham. So that's kind of like where we're at. So let's make sure that our Twitter is also on before we start properly. So Twitter. Okay. World Cup. That's World Cup. Nice. Okay. So that's how we started. Now we are going to be showing some of the cool stuff. Now, if you go to our promotional page on Kickstarter, this is like the first thing you are able to do. Actually, I discovered that you can do a landing page, a promo page, like about a year ago. Like a lot of people were doing it, but someone doesn't really tell you how this thing works, so you don't figure it to yourself, you don't really know. So I figured out you can promote what you're working on by creating a landing page on Kickstarter. So that kind of shows you what the story is about. You can reveal like the cover for the people who are coming to sign up, which is pretty good. So it says, welcome to Terra Squad 2. The CERESIANS are about to escape the Antarctica prison. If they do, humanity fails. Now you've got the cover. Now let's break down this cover. This is the first time the cover is being revealed to everyone. Now I've been so fortunate to work with this guy Clark. He's nuts, man. Like, okay, let's start with Uriel's character with his suit. He's got the golden fire suit, and he's kind of like based in Congo. And then you've got June, Japan. She yields this katana sword. This is pretty cool. Now, and we've got another character of ours who's a bit tiny compared to like the other characters. You can see him on this New York City taxi, and you can see ice breaking above the taxi, and you can see Dan. And who is this in the car? You know, that's one of the mentors. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Now let's close up this so that we can have more room. Now let's go down. We've got the trailer. I think we can play the trailer. I don't think it's copyright. It's copyrighted. We can definitely play this. Can we? Maybe because it's me on, I potentially can't play, but we'll play it on YouTube. So, if you enjoy comic books that deliver aliens, fierce fighters, humor, mind-bending technology is Terra Squad is made for you. Terra Squad is for those who love fast-paced action, unforgettable characters, and world building that feels alive and dangerous at the same time. I mean, these characters with a civilization that is built on ice. I mean, how would their technology really work to be able to build infrastructures on ice? And you know, ice can melt like anytime, so they have to be super advanced in some sense. Um, and then you've got the inks that Clark uploaded at some point, and I saw it. I was like, I'm gonna put that out. It's the first thing I want to. I mean, I love ninjas. Like growing up, I've watched like a lot of action movies from Japanese, Chinese, and which other movies do we watch that had a lot of ninjas like back in the day? It's kind of hard to remember, but these characters, like these movies, were like so huge, and I feel like with my book with Terra Squad, parts of the story happening in Japan, I really wanted to sort of bring in these sort of some samurai sort of hidden mercenaries that you hire to do certain works for you. So these are being hired by Yakimura Industries, and they are to hunt down one of the kids, which is quite interesting. So I really want Crack and I just played around a few ideas with the design of the ninja. He had one design that you could see their face and mouth. We wanted to play around that, and then he was like, "What if we?" I was like, "What if we just kind of cover and keep the eyes like the old classic way?" Which is pretty cool. So his inks are sick. I mean, I like the blacks here. You can see the rain falling on them. If you see this colored, it's even insane. You know. Okay, so let's go. And then you can see the mentor training Uriel, and Uriel is touching this ice lyric for the first time. Now, if you go to the top here when it says fast look, the book comes out official on Christmas Day, so that'll be the 24th, Christmas Eve, and but the Kickstarter backers get it before. So if you're like backing us and you're going through this Kickstarter right now, you're gonna get the book before that date, potentially around November time. So like a month before anyone else who's able to order it. Now you've got Kintu here in action. I mean, why is he up to? If you haven't read number one for Terra Squad, I don't want to spoil it for you, so no spoilers. So this is a bit about me and other stuff that I've worked on, like Beats of War, Hyena Man, and Clark has worked on Rebel Moon, Killtopia, and we're teaming up again. I mean, I feel like every time I do some work with Clark, it's a cinematic journey, I would call it. Clark is one of those artists that will surprise you. Like you don't know what he's gonna draw. You do a script. What you should do, we go through these stages of where I do draft one, draft two, and then I send the draft to my editor, and then he does his tweaks and then sends me back, and then review it. I'm like, okay, if this is good to go, then I send it to Clark. When Clark starts drawing like roughs, I can kind of visually see what he's trying to do. Then when he draws, sometimes when he inks, it becomes something different. But I feel like he has a cinematic eye. I don't know. I mean, a lot of these comic book artists, they don't realize they're cinematographers or filmmakers, in the sense that he'll draw a page and you can see like depth, like images in the back, and you can see the rain, and you can see how he sort of framed the character, but the background itself is part of the story in some way, and he has a way of pressing the camera in certain angles, and you're like, this is crazy, this is crazy. So he literally takes your script from this level to that level, and that's what I really love working with Clark as well. He's constantly surprising me. I mean, I'll come up with an idea story wise, and I don't know what he's gonna do. Like, I mean, I'll visualize like how I think this page is gonna go, but he will like surprise me 5 times even better than what I had thought. And that's what you need in a in an artist. You want somebody who can constantly surprise you and push your limits to your story, the limits of your story to different boundaries. And in that sense, you're exploring and you're discovering some really cool sequences that will keep the fans engaged in the story. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And then this is some of the first inked page that he sent to me before we started even talking about Kickstarter. You can see Uriel is having this vision, and he's in the bed with his brothers. And then you can see Kinto here, and some really cool alien tech here is doing some sort of communication. So let's see. So our book is 55 page volume of Terra Squad, and it's an epic story where destiny, action, and myth collide. I mean, how great of a combo is that? So let's see. So if you enjoy comic books that deliver aliens, furious fighters, humor, whatever, you'll love that. I mean, this is the first image where you see all of them standing together in the comic book. This is number 1, volume 1 of the story. The one with the yellow suit, that's Uriel. The mentor is in the back, in the shadow. So you can see mentors in the back. And it's pretty interesting because each mentor has got their personality as well. And that can be really portrayed in the way that Clark drew them. I mean, Uriel's mentor is pretty serious. And then June's mentor as well, Saul, who is much older than all the other mentors, it's pretty serious one as well. So you don't really see much of his face. You can only see Kinto's like neck. And now when you look at Dan here, Dan's mentor, she's much younger. Acticus, she's more curious about humanity, and she's making fun of humans. She's trying all this food on Earth, so she's got really a great personality about her, and she's got that playfulness around her, which makes the chemistry really work with Dan, because Dan is more like an awkward sort of teenager, she really balances off that energy really well. You know, it's kind of like she's more like a sister figure, if I'm making sense. So let's go to thanks for stopping by. For those who have been coming here and signing up, I think we have up to 21 people who have signed up. And then this is one of my recent pictures at Glasgow Comic Con, and then you got the books from Etianverse. Now just geek out a bit. Now the fact that Kickstarter is gonna go live, I'm keeping an eye on time, so I hit live on midnight, so in about 37 minutes I want to show you one page. We break it down, right? Let me check my schedule, make sure that I'm keeping to the schedule. Yeah, so this process of making comic books is always fun. Like I feel like every time I work on the book, I'm usually constantly learning something new, and working with an artist as well who's got really interesting art. It's a constant challenge for me that makes me learn my other approach if I'm to write another story. So I'm gonna sort of minimize Kickstarter for now. We'll be back when we are about to go live. So what do we? Yes, I've been posting this image. This image, it's from one of the pages from Terra Squad. So I'm not gonna show you all the pages, so you can find them in Kickstarter. Don't wanna spoil it for you, but this I have to show you. This is cinematic. It's pretty crazy the way Clark is able to draw this stuff. This guy is the most powerful person in Japan. See him arrive in his Rolls Royce. I can't speak. It's late in the night, and it's pouring rain, and the window goes down, and he's confirming some sort of like mission for these guys. So these guys have to go hunt down somebody. I'll let you discover in the story. But the way I write these stories, coming from a filmmaking background, I'm always thinking about things in a cinematic way. So when I was writing this, I was like, it could be Halloween time, right? It could be Halloween time in Japan, and it's raining, and there's these sort of blocks of buildings. You know, I was just researching on how some in Japan will have some really tall residential buildings where people live, but also you find like all the shopping malls at the bottom, and some people really never really leave these places because there's like a gym. Sometimes some people work in their houses, and there's offices as well. So I wanted to explore that idea of these people living in this one space, and this building was quite old. The parts of this building has been abandoned. So I really want to capture how cinematic would that look if it was raining and it was dark, and obviously the ninjas like to go when it's dark. You don't see ninjas attack. They are play like during daytime. That's never happened in the history of movies. So I wanted to explore that idea, and then when I was writing it, it's more like I was writing a movie, and then Clark took that and brought it to life. I mean, look at that. I want you guys to take it on. So this is our second Kickstarter for Terra Squad. Can we just review the first one? And how did we do on the first Kickstarter for Terra Squad? Let me see all my campaigns. So the first Kickstarter for Terra Squad did 2,000. Yes, 58 backers, 2,091. Yes, that's it. That was fully funded. Now we're back to the next book. We really want people to finish the story, so I've written about 5 books in this story. So it's pretty exciting. It's like exciting time. It's been proven. I'm not yet ready to launch, right? So just give it some time. But yeah, now let's go to other page. What other images that I want to reveal? So now today, because we are, I'm not gonna reveal that. We've already seen that cover. Yeah, let's put the cover on the screen, full on. I'm enjoying my cup of tea, you can tell. Let's see. So Terra Squad, number 2, Etianverse Studios. We've got our logo here, and you've got some of the alien threat from the Antarctica. That's Ladu's face. You're gonna know who Ladu is very soon, very, very, really very soon. And you can see some of these rebels from Congo, where Masisi, where Uriel comes from, and this is Uriel in his suit. And then you can see June with her sword, and obviously you've got some ninjas in the back, the ones in Japan. And then you've got Dan here in a taxi with Arcticus. I mean, who's chasing them? What's going on? We will find out in the book. I'm just curious, So this is the cover A. This is the first look at Terra Squad. Lots of action. It's the raid meets superheroes. My god, you guys are in for a treat. Now the book is almost like 60% finished, and the Kickstarter, once the Kickstarter runs, by the time that will be like halfway through the colors. So yeah, we want you on this. We want you to come and support us. When I saw this cover, I was like, people are gonna go nuts on this. I mean, if you go and see other previous covers we've done for like Terra Squad 1 or the 3 covers, they're still sick, but I feel like every time we do a cover for a new story, it excites me. It excites me because I know the fans are gonna love reading this story, and we've got some really great feedback from people who have read the story, and yeah, we can't wait for you guys to check this out. So what's the time? How much time do we have left till we let's see. We still have another 30 minutes. Okay, 30 minutes left. Okay, so that's our cover. Let's browse on YouTube now. Let's go to our YouTube channel. No, actually a Facebook page. Facebook page. Okay, so I'm the worst Facebook person ever. I'm just there to promote stuff, and I'm out. Don't really watch the news. Just there for the entertainment. Okay, let's go. Where are we? Okay, Etianverse fans. That's totally a wrong person I clicked on, but that's alright. Here you go. We just announced that it's gonna be live on Kickstarter. So go check it out, guys. Let's see if we manage to put it on Twitter as well. That's the grind. Jeez. Okay, did we post about it? Yes, we did post about it. Okay. Okay, we are live on. Let's see our live tweet. Let's see. Okay. Okay, that's live. Okay, all good. See my personal one. Is it live as well? Okay. My friend just launched his Kickstarter. Go check it out. Big shout outs. I'm actually gonna open it quickly so I can show you his Kickstarter. I was the first person to back it. Tell you that right now. Okay, go check it out. Show some love. Let's see. So my personal. Okay. Let's see. Let's get people notified that I'm live. Right? That's how you do it. Yeah, so let's go through a series of these posts that I did previously. So I did a video explaining what this whole inspiration for this came from. So I'm gonna play it so you can watch, then we can discuss any points that maybe you guys may have questions too. Let's see. Etianverse Studios. These videos. It's titled Space, Earth, the Antarctica, Terra Squad Origins. Let's check it out. It's basically you listen to me, listen to myself.
Always been curious about ancient history. You know, when you're young, you kind of like are limited to a lot of information that you have access to. But the older I go, and I started being curious and watching movies and checking out a lot of books and watching documentaries, my curiosity about the planet, the Earth, has gone way beyond. And this is why I created Terra Squad. I mean, I'm asking these questions and I'm hoping to take the audience on the journey with me to discover these answers. Some of the things that I find really interesting are like these ancient structures that they're found around the world that do not really make sense. For example, a hidden city that was consumed by the Amazon. I mean,
yeah, just recently I was kind of like checking some stuff out and I found that there's some of the people who sort of go around in the Amazon like tourists. So they usually send out this machine that sort of scans the forest, and they found like this hidden city that was consumed by the Amazon. Literally, like structures and buildings that the forest kind of like consumed and covered with trees. So it made me wonder. I mean, who are the people that kind of lived there like million years ago that we don't know about? So this is kind of like my curiosity about the planet, and that's what I'm talking about in this video. So I'm gonna be pausing now and again based on what I'm talking about, and then we can discuss. So when I was when I heard about it, I was reading into it, and then I watched a documentary of this guy on Netflix talking about it, and I was super curious. I was super curious about these ancient civilizations that would have existed on Earth. Hey Morgan, what's up? We're talking about everything Terra Squad because it's launching in 30 minutes on Kickstarter. So I'm talking about my inspiration. So all these hidden civilizations that could have been on Earth make me wonder if there was a much more advanced civilization that has been on Earth before us, before the Ice Age. You know, it's just me asking questions. And genuinely, I mean, growing up even in like in a Christian family, like if I told my mom I'm thinking about this, she'd be like, "Oh, you're crazy." I mean, there's nothing. You know, there was like God that made us. You know, but me, the older I got, I felt that there's so much about the universe that doesn't make sense. And when I write books like this with Terra Squad, I'm asking questions, and the idea is like, how do you take you know, the fans and the readers on the journey, and then you can discover these answers together. So I'm going to keep playing this video, and then we can just talk about it. And if you have any questions, put them in the description as well.
Look at pyramids. Scientists have found some sort of elements that are linked to asteroids. All these things make me wonder, what if there was another sort of advanced civilization that was there before us? And this led to creating Terra Squad. And then I started asking myself this question: what if there's a gene within us that is not activated? And if that was to be activated, what would happen? It would potentially make us super beings. We could be able.
Yeah, I heard about it a couple of times. And you know what? Like when I get inspired by stories, like I'll hear something on a podcast or read about it, and then it keeps coming back to me and it keeps haunting me. And if that happens so many times, I need to do something about it. Literally, Terra Squad story about this gene that is within humans. It's something I heard so many times, and I'm like, what if that was true? What if each human being has some sort of gene that is not active? What if that was to be activated? I mean, what could we do? We could potentially use our minds to control objects, move things around us. That would be hugely interesting. So all these things that fascinate me lead me to start building ideas on something, and then that's how I end up creating stories. And with Terra Squad, that gene idea, this is how I applied it to the story.
To do certain things that we cannot do right now. And that idea led to the ice lyric object, which the kids touch within Terra Squad story, and they bond with their suit.
So I was thinking about, if there was this hidden gene within us, how would that be active? And then I started toying around this idea that this ice lyric could be from an ancient civilization that landed on Earth maybe 10,000 years ago, and their own mission was to come and protect the Earth from these aliens who had come before them. Now these aliens were more like Kryptonian, you know, like General Zod. He wanted to come on Earth and just kind of like kill everyone and take over the whole planet, right? So these aliens wanted to sort of come and make Earth their own, just by getting rid of all humans. So when these the Antarctica people, I call them, who are more advanced, they were like other versions of humans, and they came to protect the planet, our planet. They usually protected us from space, but at this point when the aliens landed on Earth, they were like, we have no choice but to go there. So they went in the Antarctica, fought them there, trapped them there within a prison under ice. And this ice lyric object is something that they created so that if you were a warrior and your power has been inactive for a long time, this could help activate it. So this will build around you and it becomes your suit. So that's kind of like how the idea came to be. Let's keep listening and then I'll break it down. And if you have a question, please put it in the comments. Let's see. Hey Morgan White, yes, I'm good, thank you. Yeah, so I'm chatting about Terra Squad, which is launching tonight. If you know Kickstarter, if you've backed anything on Kickstarter before, go check it out. So I'm breaking down really like my process of making the Terra Squad and how I come up with these ideas. So we're watching a video and just kind of like talking about it.
Recognizes who you are, and then it builds a suit around you. When I'm creating this big story, I am trying to bring back hope to humanity, in a sense, like what if our planet was under threat from some sort of aliens that came years ago?
Yeah, and the thing with the gene idea within humans, I'm like, with my stories, I'm trying to bring back some sort of hope with humanity, in a sense that sometimes you may wake up and you feel like, oh, life is hard, I'm going through all these things. It's just constant reminder that this idea of a gene is so like, if you've read Terra Squad, you'd be like, oh, this could be something within me that could potentially change my life, and that would motivate people to have something to look forward to in life. You know, to know that you're a super being. You know, you existing as a human being is pretty special in itself, right? So that's kind of like my approach to it and bringing that idea into it.
Know about it, but they're not trapped within the Antarctica. But who trapped them there? When they came to Earth, there's another race, which we now call the Antarctic people, who fought them. It was full of warriors. They're much taller, gigantic, and strong. And their only job, they existed in the cosmos to protect our planet. So they came for this war that we don't know about, and they trapped the aliens within the ice in the Antarctic and built a city above them. Now the ice is melting, our planet is heating up. Now they need to find warriors to come and help fight them. Now,
okay, so
you could ask yourself, like,
I'm gonna pause on a good thumbnail because the previous thumbnail wasn't as great. So you think explain more who the villain? So the villains from Terra Squad are, I don't know if you've watched this movie called District 9. District 9, it's a South African alien movie that was released years ago. I think I can Google it right now. District 9. You should go check it out. It was a really good alien movie. I'm gonna open up the poster for it. Go check this movie out. That's where I got inspired by these alien design from Terra Squad. So I was just thinking about how do I get a design that has that humanoid look to it, right? Make the creatures gigantic and tall, right? And let them have that reptilia look to it. And District 9 really did alien design really well, in a sense that I'll open up this image. It was really scary. It's not like the alien you see with a small head and really short. The way they approached it, it looks like a reptile that has hands and like human, and they were advanced. They have these sort of weird things around their faces. So I took that idea and changed it around to make my own aliens. And I think I may have some of the designs from my old Kickstarter that I can show you how the aliens look like. So they you communicate through sound, and they're led by this character called Ladu, who is the main leader of the alien race. And they can send some sort of sound waves, and they can communicate and control human. So the way they trap them within ice, they can't send any sound wave, but because of the earth is heating up, now they're about to get free. Now they are chanting the sound. They create these sounds. Once the sounds leave that prison, it's game over, right? But I want to show you the designs of the main threat. I mean, we have my previous Kickstarter that I did on Terra Squad, which was fully funded. I put a sketch of, I call it the reptilian threat. Let me show you if you can see it. Here you go. I hope you guys can see it on the screen. That's it there on the screen. Let me see if I have any. Oh, you love Terra Squad? Oh, thank you. Dan. Dan is really cool as well. So that's the reptilian, one of their leader, and they've got these guns as well, and they're super advanced, really hard to kill. But warriors from the Antarctica can kill these. That's why even the Antarctica civilization, they have these warriors, but you have to be as part of a certain bloodline to be strong enough to fight them, right? So that's why the Antarctica civilization sends out mentors to find these kids and get them ready. Now, for those who joined us before we reveal the cover, that's the cover for Terra Squad 2. Oh, you loved, okay, do you think? Okay, so that's the villain explained. So those aliens within the ice, it's a lot of them. It's a lot of them. If they come out, it's game over for humanity, right? So they gotta get these kids, Dan, Uriel, and June ready, so that they can come and help fight this big battle. Let me see another question. Okay, Terra Squad is probably your favorite one. Thank you. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Yeah, Terra Squad, so much fun. Okay, let's go back to what we're looking at on YouTube, right? So yeah, Terra Squad is so much fun, and you know, Terra Squad 2 is gonna be nuts. So it's on Kickstarter today midnight. So I want you guys to go pledge. It can be £1, £10, and the way Kickstarter works, you don't get charged like until a month later, until the Kickstarter runs stops. So the Kickstarter runs for 30 days. You pick a pledge, something that you like for me to send you out when it comes out, and you get it before the release date. So the release date is the 24th of December 2026, which is this year, but you get it around November because obviously the backers from Kickstarter are like the top priority. So we send the books there before. So let's watch this video and then we can discuss.
I mean, the ancient civilization will have warriors, right? So after the 10,000 years ago, they went, some of them, and, you know, mixed up with humans, the cavemen, I would call them at that time, and they had descendants, and the bloodline of the warriors kind of disappeared. Now they need to send mentors out there, find these humans that have that gene that is still powerful enough to bond with the ice lyric, train them and get them ready for what's to come. Now, there will be aliens who are the main threat in the story, but also we have some villains, like you've seen me post images of ninjas and a lot of like rebels and different industries and sort of secret agencies that are hunting down some of these kids. But the biggest threat is the alien race. And my whole fascination about ancient history really kept me asking these questions, and creating Terra Squad is more like, how do I take an audience on the journey so we both discover these hidden secrets of our planet.
Yeah, the planet has some really interesting things that I've seen in documentaries, and then I don't think I've been fortunate enough to travel to different countries like New York. I've been to obviously Africa. I've been to a few countries where I have been able to see these structures. I haven't been to Egypt, where I could see like the pyramids, but all these things I've seen in documentaries. I've seen people have been there, show these structures, and some of them, almost all of them, don't make sense to me. Don't make sense to me. So me as a creator, I'm like, how do you take these things that you don't understand, put them in a story, create this whole world around them, and hopefully you and the audience can figure these answers together. So yeah, is there any more questions? Put the questions in the chat. I mean, we're gonna launch in 15 minutes. It's gonna go live. It's gonna go live when you guys are on air, so you can go back it. Let's go.
It's a fun story. You don't need to love ninjas and action movies to love Terra Squad. If you're into stories that bring back a bit of escapism and hope within humanity, you'll absolutely have a blast reading this. I can't wait for you guys to check it out. It's launching on Kickstarter in a few days. I'm gonna quote my artist who...
It says few days, but I recorded this a few days ago for Kickstarter. So this is the quote that my artist said when he read the story.
The script and said, it's the raid meets superheroes. Can't wait to see you all on the launch. Go check it out. And I can't wait for you guys to have a blast.
I don't know if you guys have seen the Raid movie. It's this action movie that became super successful. So I'm gonna put on the trailer for it, but I'm not gonna put the sound for copyright reasons, right? So it's crazy. If you haven't watched that movie, I think this is a Japanese movie. No, Japan. I think somewhere in Malaysia or something. Most of you might have seen this movie. If you haven't, go check it out. It's crazy. There are a lot of action in there. Okay, let's watch the trailer. I just muted the sound for copyright reasons so I don't get in trouble. But tell me if you watched the movie. Yeah, I think that might happen. I think I may have one of the character go against their kind. You're gonna see a twist in Terra Squad 2. There's a huge twist, and you'll be like, oh my god, you didn't see it coming. Yeah. Usually, I think when humans are trying to do something right, there's usually those that become corrupt, right? And they turn against their own, which makes the story really interesting. So yeah, watch the trailer for the raid. So I think this police officer was asked to go and bring one bad guy in this sort of really tall building, which is kind of like a residential area, but each level has got like some bad guys, so he had to fight his way to the top. is one of the most insane action movie I've ever seen in my life. And in the sense that these guys have some really crazy camera tricks, whatever. No, no, no. It's just the way they fought. And then when I was researching and just learning about this movie as well, these guys from like Asian stuff like that, Japan, China, Malaysia, these guys can real fight. Like they know how to fight, like martial arts, like for real. Like they know how to fight. This is not like just movies. It's not like when you're doing like an American movie where you just kind of like, oh, okay, he's just gonna pretend to punch somebody because he had some sort of training. These guys can fight, and when they're doing these choreographies, they know what they're doing. And usually, I like the way they shoot in a wide. They'll show you all the movements. They show, like really. Most of you probably watch like action movies. You can tell when one person can't fight. You're like, oh, they're probably just hiding this with a camera trick to kind of not show us what's going on. But yeah, it's really interesting. Let me see. There's another question. Been supporting you for years, nothing. Oh, thank you so much. I should love to cosplay. Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much for supporting. I do appreciate you. I've met some most amazing people at Comic Con. Um, Most of the people that have supported me through Kickstarter, maybe some who are in America and other parts of the world we've not met, but a lot of people that I met through Comic Con that have come to my store, we have had conversations. I've asked them to go bring me tea or coffee when I'm tired, and they've brought me some of the cool stuff that they bought when they are abroad, whatever. I've met some really amazing people, and I think for me, making these books, it's about building community. It's about creating this place where you can come and enjoy my stories and share ideas, talk about humanity, have fun, entertainment, escapism. It's the best thing ever. So being able to create those friendships and a community of people that want to support you, that trust what you're creating, is a dream come true. So I'm super grateful for your support, guys. The books you've been buying, you've been coming and supporting me from different ways. It's amazing. Those who have backed my animation campaign as well, it's been crazy. So yeah, go check out the Raid movie. And for those who don't know where our YouTube is, I'm gonna put it at this is a YouTube channel. But yeah, you guys are watching me from YouTube, so I'm sure you subscribed, right? You subscribed? Yeah. This used to be called DJ ET Beats of Warsaw. Because we've got so many books coming out, I decided to change it to Etianverse Studios. It only made sense. So everything about comic books, my journey, everything is here. So yeah, we are launching in 80 minutes. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be live with you guys, and I'm gonna go hit live, and that will be up to the world. Let's see. I think question is if there's any more questions. I've got 3 people watching. Guys, are we ready to go live? This is Terra Squad 2. I want you guys to go and choose a tier. You can choose a reward. I want us to make day 1 like phenomenal. So I'm looking to raise £1,000, but if we raise more, that's great as well. So the idea is like the money will go into funding, making the book. We pay the artists, the letterer, people involved, and if we raise more money as well, we use the money to print the books and the merch and everything that we send you guys out. So every support is appreciated. Like I said, Kickstarter doesn't charge you until 30 days. So you have, if you press the page tonight, for example, you won't get charged till the 7th of August, which is like in a month, 4 weeks. So let's see if there's any more questions here before I go hit live on our Kickstarter. Let's see. Is there any more questions? Do you have any more questions? Guys, do you have any more questions on Terra Squad? I mean, I've kind of given you some hints. Did you see the cover? How cool is that cover? I was literally geeking out about that cover. That's cool. Okay, let me see if there's any more questions. Thank you so much for tuning in. I've been chatting for almost an hour. So in about 12 minutes, I'm gonna hit live, and we are gonna send this to the world. Let you guys be the ones to decide. Let's now make sure that everything is posted on all the socials about it going live. So I'm thinking, let me show you some. This guy, one of the goalkeeper that won. Okay, so we posted on director Etienne K, so that's cool. So it's gonna go live. So did we put it on our Facebook page as well? Let's check our Facebook page. Make sure that it's on there as well. So tell me who's backing us tonight. Have all your comic books up to date. Thank you. Now, are you gonna be backing us tonight? Is the question. Because you can back a digital copy for £6, you can back for a physical copy for like £12, and you can add on t-shirts, you can add in ice lyric objects. Let me show you what the ice lyric objects are. These are awesome. Now that you guys made me remember. So each character in the Terra Squad has power. Now each power is linked to earth, fire, and ice. So we've decided to create these objects, which we call the ice lyric objects. They are here in our back order on our website. So if you go here at the bottom, so you see here, these micro, so they're cheap on Kickstarter. So these will light up at night. And you can see here, they've got like an ice block. And this is one of the ice lyric objects from Terra Squad. So if you switch this on in the dark, like in your bedroom, or you put it somewhere where you want to relax, it will change like into 4 colors, and it's charged through using a USB-C charging port. So these come in a set of 3, but you can choose one on Kickstarter and let me know which one you want. If you want one for fire, ice, or earth. So each one will have different designs. So the ice one represents Dan's character, and the one for earth is gonna have like plants and stuff around, and the this ice lyric will be like in the center, and that will be Jun's character design. Then we'll have one for fire, obviously with fire stuff holding the ice lyric like in the center, and that will be for Uriel. So you can buy a set of 3 on Kickstarter. You can either back us on the biggest tier, which is very bigger one, or you can just go and add on in the add-on section and add it on. So this will be charged through this USB port. You can see it here. It's USB-C port is like one for Androids. I'm sure you guys will have it. Let me see here. Let me see. Yeah, USB-C. Okay, let's see. Let me see if there's no other question. Yeah, so we are going live in 3 minutes. It's gonna be midnight here. God damn, time flies. So 2 minutes, we're gonna go live together. So it's pretty easy. We're looking to raise 1,000, and we are gonna go live together with you guys, you who've been watching me for the last hour. I do appreciate you guys coming on here. I'm gonna launch the campaign, release it to the world, spread the word, tell friends about this as well, and let's make some history. Let's make some really cool stuff. I'm excited about this. This is my maybe 7th campaign. I've fulfilled most all my campaigns, so most of the people get their stuff. And usually when I do a campaign now, because I've been learning from the experience, I have the book being worked on already before the campaign goes, so that obviously people don't wait forever. So yeah, we are looking at the countdown. It's 11:58. So I'm gonna hit live, and then I'm just gonna sign off, and then you guys go and back me. Let me see if there's any more questions before we go for it. So it's my mission to connect everything related to dance. Hey, if you want to get one of the dance ice lyric objects, if you go to Kickstarter. By the way, have you used Kickstarter before? Do you know how to back on Kickstarter? There's a video on YouTube that shows you how to back on Kickstarter. Let me see how to back on Kickstarter. Sometimes I can't type when it's like at night. I'm tired. This is like the shortest way. Okay, here you go. Let's remove music. So he's just logging in. So you create an account name, password, and then you go type in the name of the project. So in this case it's Terra Squad 2 Etienne Kubabo. You come, then this is my project, right? This is the person who did like a movie. They show you what it's about. Then you go to back this project. I think that's what she's gonna do. Back this project, and then it gives you options of a pledge, how much you want to add on. You can add on a bonus and select add-ons on checkout, put your card details, and then understand terms and condition and place a pledge. Now once you do that, you don't get charged. They wait 30 days later until the campaign is done to collect the money. So you don't get charged. Whatever you choose now, you don't get charged. So it's midnight. I'm gonna go for it. Wish me luck. I do appreciate you guys signing in. Let me say big shout outs to everyone who's been watching. Let me see my live chats. So Ashlove to cosplay, much appreciated. Thank you for tuning in. And then I'm gonna go up. Morgan White, thank you for tuning in, and I appreciate you guys. So we're gonna go live and leave it to the world. Here you go. One, I understand. Launch the project. Here we go. We're not going back. We're not going back, baby. And it's live. And now it's up to you to go on back. Right? Now, these are all the rewards here. You've got TikTok copy, £5. You know, each Terra Squad 1 and 2 TikTok pack, £9. Terra Squad 2 normal book, tenner. They're cheap here, £12 for Terra Squad 2 with an art book. Then you had the hardcover edition. And then you've got Terra Squad 1 and 2 books. You've got a t-shirt. And then you've got the mega tier, £500. And you can always pay this in installments. And this has everything from the previous rewards, plus you get 3 ice lyric objects. You get a signed script from me, a handwritten thank you note from me. You get a cameo in the next Terra Squad, so we draw you into the comic book. So this is exciting. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Go and back, check out my campaign. Thank you so much for sticking around. Have a lovely night. Let me see if I can sign off and make sure that I do it the right way.